Well, we made it. Welcome, everyone. Bobby D here. Well, we're supposed to be on Facebook, YouTube, Bobby D Live, but we're on Bobby D Live on YouTube and rebroadcasting on Facebook at promotethemusic.com and all affiliate sites. And today's an update webcast about the Wave of Love Festival. And we're going to have momentarily the founder visionary of the Wave of Love Festival, Helmut Wolf, and he's also the founder of Wolf Entertainment. So, wow. When the Murphy family decides to show up, they show up, right? We apologize for the delay in the webcast, but we're here live and we're glad you're here. And please do like, share, tell people about what's going on here. And without further ado, I'm going to pull in Helmut Wolf from Wolf Entertainment right here. Helmut.
Hey, Bobby.
We made it.
Hey, man.
God.
Yeah, little late. It's good that it happened now and not at the actual festival.
Yeah, well, those things happen. Hey, that's why we do these tests and we do the updates. And but what we learn is invaluable, as you say. So exciting, what's going on? We're going to talk about some updates today, and maybe you can, for the people who are joining us for the first time, never heard of Wave of Love Festival. Why don't you tell them how it came about and what it's all about?
Just in a nutshell, I had the idea of really looking at New Year's celebrations as they go around the planet, and you see the fireworks going off. And I thought, and that's like 10 years ago or 12 years ago, I had the idea. So what if you would have a concert into all these different locations as it goes around the world, and you stream the whole thing, or broadcast the whole thing as it happens, creating basically a 24-hour ongoing concert. So you have local concerts in each of the cities with an audience, which the COVID situation now makes it a bit tricky, but we're still trying to do that. And at the same time streaming it, and as it moves around the world, from one place to the next. And because music is an expression of love for me, I came up with this idea of Wave of Love as it goes around the planet, and it happens to be also making my name Wolf. So that's why that name came about, yeah.
Pretty wild. A phenomenal, actually, initiative. And not that it's not supposed to be easy, but it's going to be a lot of fun while you do this. Now, originally, we were scheduled, you had a date in mind as advertised on your shirt, and May 8th, 2021. You've been working on this for nearly a year, but things have changed a little bit, and maybe you can explain why it's changed and what's the new date as well.
Look, we tried to keep it going as long as possibly humanly possible, as long as it made any sense, on May the 8th. But there are too many countries now that are locked down or close to lockdown, and it just did not make sense anymore to hold on to that date. So after consulting with everybody involved, all the artists around the world and all the production people and everybody, we decided to move it to September 18. The new t-shirts are in production. I still wear the original one. But yeah, it's September 18 and nothing else changed. It's just the date, because you kind of move just the whole show a few months back.
Yeah, beautiful. And you've got quite an inventory of artists or locations. I don't know if you want to run through those. Definitely, that's all available at the waveoflovefestival.com. But why don't you highlight and tell us about the artists that will be performing in which countries?
Yeah, we'll go through it quickly. New Zealand, Freeze, she is a rapper. Australia, Melbourne is a rock band Her, and Alejandro Adams is doing rock. Then Korea, Seoul, Kangwon Kim, he's a sax player, just rock jazz. Then we go to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Denise Minenfield and Smokey, Brian Bertinelli. They're kind of R&B old school. They're going to Moscow. Viktor Levchenko and Smotry. Viktor is an incredible bass player, and he's bringing this great Russian band, Smotry, in it. Brilliant musicians. And I'm so happy we have Russia as part of the festival. Makes it very special. Then we go in South Africa, Oscar T, who was originally performing in China, but because his wife couldn't get a visa for China, so you can imagine all the stuff that's going around in the background to keep it all up to date. Anyway, he moved back to South Africa, where he will perform together with Muafa artist Smeganati. And then we're going to Norway to ask him Rock Rebel Gel. And then we're going here to France, where I'm going to be performing with some of my close musicians, friends from the area here. After we're going to England, Broken Lines, Brits Rock from England, and then to Venezuela, Caracas, a Grand Bite, metal. Then we're going to New York, where George A. Johnson Jr. is going to do a jazz concert for us. And after that to Atlanta for Stone Johnson and Robert Minot. Stone Johnson is a rabbit, and Robert is a pop reggae, great guy. Then we're going to Houston, Texas. Dorian Paul, you might remember the Gap Band. Dorian is a legend.
Yes, for sure.
So he'll be performing from Houston. And then Phoenix, Arizona, One Gun. It does reggae pop. And then Las Vegas, Skip Martin, from Kool and the Gang and from the Daz Band. And then LA, Howard Westbrook, who was the musical director of Marvin Gaye. And not sure yet, King Harrison is maybe at the stage. And then rock from Moral Decay. And then we're going to the final to Vancouver, Canada with Henry Brown, H.B. Wild.
Pretty wild, H.B. Wild. Hey, these are all artists from Wolf Entertainment label, correct?
That's correct.
They're all under your...
Yeah, well, Smeganati is with Muafa.
Okay.
An African label that we are distributing and marketing, and
Okay.
so he comes through Morpha. Everybody else,
Okay.
Is pretty much with Wolf Entertainment. Yes.
So Wolf Entertainment or affiliate labels, beautiful.
Oh, affiliate labels. Yes.
Yeah. Now a lot of the fan base, the music lovers. I remember going back to promote the music, going on 10 years now. They love to discover new music. Now, these are not all new artists, like you said, some of them from the Daz Band and from Kool and the Gang and whatnot, but there's a lot of refreshing new music happening. But they're all independent artists under Wolf Entertainment. So what I would like to convey to the audience is that, the name of the game here is marketing at the end of the day, and independent artists usually do not have huge budgets for marketing. Some of them do, but as a rule, they don't. So, Elma, why don't you tell us what's going on? There's an initiative, there's a third-party initiative going on to help with the marketing, because the festival on the 18th has to be known in advance, so these artists get known in advance. So what's going on behind the scenes, or at the forefront now, I guess, officially today, to help the artists with the marketing?
Well, it's like this, because of COVID, it's a little bit in the lurch still, where we can perform live, so that we can have an audience that can help us pay for the required equipment. 3-4 camera shoots in each venue, sound, light, the technology. It all costs a bit of money, and so what we have started is now we started a sponsorship page that is on our website, and we're inviting people to various sponsorship packages that you can see there. And also Lance Britt from Across the Canvas has started a crowdfunding page where you get little trinkets and little things for donating, basically $25 to the project, where we hope to raise enough money that we can help all the artists pay for the different venues, for the technology, and maybe they even walk out with a few dollars in their pocket, which should be something new for the artists.
Oh.
Because in the current situation, it's just terrible for musicians to survive, because no more live gigs.
No, absolutely. So it takes dollars. Nothing is free on the internet anymore, so you need marketing dollars to make some noise. And the setback, the sort of setback, but as you and I know, and a lot of people know, the universe is orderly, and the the rescheduled date gives us now marketing power, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
and I'm going to put the crowdfunding, the cf.waveoflovefestival.com, for anyone listening. Go there and help the artists, not just emotionally saying, yeah, we love your music, cool, but hey, you know, every dollar adds up, and then we can make more noise. And the goal would be, what kind of goal do you have as far as an audience for Wave of Love on a perfect day? What would you like to see as far as an audience?
Look, what I really would love is to have a few million people watching it. You
Yeah,
know,
wow, beautiful
that I would
vision.
love. Is it realistic? I don't know, but this is the first time we're doing this, and hopefully we can make enough wind that at least next year it's going to get bigger, and then the year after it's going to get bigger, and then we're going to make real waves, because the bigger the audience gets, the bigger the wave gets, and the more we can do good for the planet, because it's really exciting, mainly through lands and across the canvas. We have now different organizations that are joining us. There's one called Save the Animals, there's one called Mental Wellness, there's one called Support Our Schools, the Autism Society is part of it, Stop Bullying Now Society is part of it. Even we have one organization that is supporting us. It's called K9 for Veterans. And so we are hoping to have more organizations joining the concept, so that we can make more wind, so we can bring more love into the world, so we can stop the crap that's going on.
Well said. Well, you know what? You said, is it unrealistic to have 2 million people? There have been streams in the past that have reached that many people and many, many decades ago. And if you remember, what was it, Live Aid, right? How many people did they have? Now,
Well, there was television, so it's different time now. But you know, my vision, what I would love to see is, okay, we have these different concerts in these different locations where you have a live audience, but then when in places where people cannot have a live audience, that people get together and let's say, let's take a day out and let's watch music for 24 hours as it goes around the world from all these different countries, and let's have a massive party. And you can put a screen and a projector and pump the music and dance. That is what I see. That's what I would love.
and some people are well set up to that, and I like that. Everybody will take a time out on September 18th. Incidentally, that'll be the 10-year anniversary of Promote the Music, bro. Around that date, on the 24th. So what synchronicity, but definitely the party, and there are people with projection system. I was doing a live stream last week as a test for something else I do, and a friend of mine was watching the stream in north of Montreal on his amazing AV system, large screen, and all he was missing is 4, 5, 10 buddies of his having dinner with him. But you know what? Wave of Love Festival, September 18th. We're going to see a lot of those parties happening. So yeah, we promote and do shout outs for people. How exciting is that? All right, from a technical standpoint, should we just give a little future pacing on some of the things we're testing and we hope to announce real soon? Should we tease people a little bit?
Yeah, you get to do that.
Okay. Well, we're testing some technologies that would permit us to go off the mainstream live stream. Now, not to say we're not going to be on the YouTube, Facebook, and multiple websites, but there's our new technologies that will permit us to stream by the 18th for sure on channels that self-generate. It's free for the viewers to view. It's free to stream, but it generates revenues for the artist. So we're working on testing that. We're going to test a lot more in the coming month, and we'll report mostly to the artists at the beginning what is happening. We want to quantify, basically, Helmut. We want to test, quantify, and say, look, we did this, it generated this. So with an audience of, let's say, 2 million people, you're going to have a nice payday if everything goes according to plan. So we're working behind the scenes to do that, and the reason we can do it, so you know, everyone, is because the way we're set up here in this studio, I'm in Brazil, we have just amazing, amazing internet finally set up, optic fiber, and you need a lot of bandwidth, bottom line. The bandwidth is king. In real estate, they say location, location, location. Well, on the internet is bandwidth, and we have like a 500 megabyte download connection with 200 megabyte up, and that's all techno stuff for most people, but just to tell you that we are set up to deliver the goods. So we're excited about that. So now we just have to get the word out. So Helmut, final words before we head out, and what do you want the listeners to do?
Look, before anything, I would like to thank all the artists and all the technical team and all the supporters and all the people who are now becoming part of the Wave of Love. I would like to thank everybody for being part of with me and with everybody who is in there for the idea and to support it, to be excited about it, to share it, and to move forward together. So I thank you, because for 10, 15 years I was carrying the thing around in my head, and I just maybe 9 months ago, I said, okay, I'm just going to do it. I don't have the funding, I don't have the superstars, but we have Wolf Entertainment, and we have these amazing artists that are on my label. So thank you for everybody for what you already have done so far, and I'm so much looking forward to make that show happen and bring a little bit more goodness into the world, a little bit more heart, a little bit more love, less weapons, all the good stuff that we all need. And especially now, after during the whole virus situation, I think more music, more care, more love is what really everybody is yearning for. And I would love it if we can be part of bringing a little bit more of that to the world.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to close out the show with a track that you co-wrote with Tom Cloverfield. Do you want to tell the audience a little bit about that track, and then we're going to say goodbye for today, and we'll be back in the coming weeks for another update.
Yeah, cool. Tom wrote the backing track. Tom Cloverfield in Germany, and I put some sax and some flute on it. And actually, this is one of the very, very few tracks where I sang a little bit. So don't get too excited about the vocals.
So that was you there. Okay, wow.
That was me.
Very cool, bro. Very cool. All right, well, thank you so much for the update. Very exciting. And I'll just remind everyone, 2 domains to go to. All right, to support the artists, cf.waveoflovefestival.com, heading into September 18th for the Wave of Love Festival. And the official website is waveoflovefestival.com. And Helmut, thank you for today.
Thank you, Bobby, and thank you for everything that you're doing for the idea. I mean, putting this show together, and I know how much work you're doing behind the scenes for it all. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. We'll see everyone real soon. Enjoy this track by the Wolfman and Tom Cloverfield. Ciao for now.
Thanks.